Hello everyone, welcome to our new lecture. Now, from this particular lecture, we are going to start our new chapter, and that is chapter number 6, Substances in Daily Use. In our previous lecture, we have completed chapter number 5, okay, that was Substances in the Surrounding, their states and properties. So, in the previous lecture, we have seen the properties of the substances. Now, we are going to see what kind of substances we use in our house daily, okay, what kind of substances are required to us on daily purpose. So we are going to look into that. Now, in the picture you can see there are three objects over here, okay. Now what are those three objects? This is the chair, this is table, and this is the cupboard, okay. Now, how we have identified whether the given objects are chair, table, or a cupboard? By looking them, okay, by looking the shape and size of the object, we have identified what kind of object they are, and we can also identify by which material these objects are made, okay. So we know this chair is made up of wood, okay, so it is a wooden chair. Then this table is made up of plastic, so it is a plastic table. And this cupboard is made up of steel, so it is a steel cupboard, okay. Now by just looking the given objects, how we can say whether the material by which they are made are wood, plastic, and steel, okay, by considering the properties of these materials, okay. In the previous chapter we have studied the properties of metals and other substances, and in that properties we have seen what different parameters are associated with the metals and materials, okay. Now, can we use any of these material to make all the things which are there over here? Okay, can we use wood to make a cupboard? Yes, we can use wood to make a cupboard. Can we use a wood to make table? Yes, we can use it. Now, can we use plastic to make a chair? Yes, surely we can use plastic to make a chair, and we can also make a cupboard by using the plastic. Similarly, we can use steel to make chair and also table. Okay, that means a single material or a single substance, okay, consider the metal, it can be used to make different objects, okay. Now let us see what is a substance and what is an object. Now, all substances are made up of very small particles, okay. So whatever substances we use, they are definitely made of small particles, and they are called as molecules. Now objects are made up of substances, okay. So these objects that we are using, they are made up of substances, and substances are compounds, and the smallest particle of those compound is called as molecule, okay. So substances in generally are used to make different types of objects. For example, steel is a substance, and that substance can be used to make vessels, it can be used to make table, chair, it can be used to make different articles, okay. It can be used to make different substances or different objects which we are using, okay. Now objects have a specific shape, their parts have a specific arrangement by which we identify them, okay. Definitely consider this chair. So how we can say it is a chair? Because it has four legs, okay. It can be used to sit upon, okay, we can sit on this, okay. Then we have a support for our back, okay, and there is a flat surface obviously to land our body on it. There are some certain properties in an object by which we can identify the given object, okay. The shape of the object is different, okay. The parts which are there in the object, they are different, okay. And by those parameters, those properties, we can say the given object is what, okay. Now we use wood, plastic, or steel to make a table, chair, or cupboard. Now these substances have the strength required to make these articles, okay. Certainly all these substances that we use, for example wood, plastic, or steel, okay, they have certain amount of strength which they can withhold, okay, and that strength is required to make that object or to use that object properly, okay. Now if there is a plastic cupboard, consider a plastic cupboard is there, So, or take an example of this particular table. This is the plastic table. Okay, now we cannot use this plastic table to sit. Okay, as we can see that these legs are not strongly joined with this table head, okay, or the table surface. So this clearly shows us that it is not used to sit upon. Okay, it cannot be used, or a large amount of load cannot be put upon on this table. Okay, that means there is some kind of limitation on for this object. Similarly, a chair, on this chair you can only one person can sit. Again, there is some kind of limitation. Okay, or we can use a particular object for a particular work only. Okay, similarly, this steel. Okay, now definitely it is the strongest of all these three materials. Okay, steel is stronger than wood and it is also stronger than plastic table, so it can be used to make all these three, and it can withhold the maximum amount of load also. That means it has a maximum strength considering the wood and plastic also. Now, also these substances can be given a desired shape. Okay, so you can uh, give any kind of shape you want to a wood or a plastic or a steel or any other metal. You can give them a desired shape, you can mold them, and you can make any substance using those substance, any object using those substances. It means that we consider the properties of substances to use them for making things. Okay, definitely if you want to make any object, you have to know the properties of the given substance of the given metal. ओके, अगर आपको कोई सा भी किसी भी सब्सटेंस का इस्तेमाल करके कोई ऑब्जेक्ट बनाना है, हाँ, इसका मतलब क्या है कि आपको उस पर्टिकुलर सब्सटेंस की प्रॉपर्टी मालूम होनी चाहिए। ओके, आप वुड का इस्तेमाल नहीं कर सकते बर्तन बनाने के लिए। ओके, यू कैन नॉट यूज वुड टू मेक अ वेसल on which you can cook foods. Okay, why you cannot use wood to make vessel? Because definitely you are going to heat the vessel, and you cannot heat wood to make the food or to cook the food in it. Okay, similarly, you cannot use uh, consider you cannot use plastic also for the same purpose, or you cannot use plastic to make a bridge or make something which has to withhold a large amount of load. ओके, तो हम जो भी मटेरियल इस्तेमाल करने वाले हैं और जिस काम के लिए इस्तेमाल करने वाले हैं, हमारे लिए ज़रूरी ये है कि हम मटेरियल की प्रॉपर्टीज़ को ठीक से समझें पहले। ओके, हमें मालूम होना चाहिए कि मटेरियल की क्या क्या प्रॉपर्टीज़ है, वो हीट को एब्जॉर्ब कर सकता है कि नहीं कर सकता, वो कितना टेम्परेचर वो मटेरियल झेल सकता है। ओके, क्या उसका लिमिट है, टेम्परेचर लिमिट, वो मटेरियल कितना स्ट्रांग है, क्या उस मटेरियल का हम लोग इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं वायर बनाने के लिए कि नहीं, हमें मालूम होना चाहिए। वेदर द मटेरियल इज डक्टाइल और नॉट, वेदर द मटेरियल इज मेलिएबल और नॉट, ओके, वेदर द मटेरियल हैव अ सोनोरस प्रॉपर्टी और नॉट, ऑल दिस थिंग हैज़ टू बी कंसिडर्ड फर्स्ट। ओके, फॉर एग्जाम्पल स्टील अगर हम लोग लेते हैं तो स्टील की जो सोनोरिटी होती है वो कम होती है। ओके, उससे जो सोनोरस साउंड क्रिएट होगा वो ज़्यादा नहीं होता, या फिर वो उतना स्ट्रांग नहीं होता, या फिर उतना मेलोडियस नहीं होता। जाहिर सी बात है कि हम उसका इस्तेमाल जो है वो म्यूज़िकल इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स बनाने के लिए नहीं करेंगे। हम लोग म्यूज़िकल इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स बनाने के लिए कॉपर, एल्यूमिनियम ऐसे मटेरियल का इस्तेमाल करेंगे। ओके, सो कुछ ना कुछ लिमिटेशंस होते हैं या फिर जो प्रॉपर्टीज़ होती है सब्सटेंसेस की वो हमें अच्छे से मालूम होनी चाहिए उससे कोई सा भी ऑब्जेक्ट बनाने के लिए। ओके, the same substance or material can be used to make many objects. Okay, we can use single substance to make different objects. Now let us study some such examples. Okay, so let us take an example of cotton. Now there is one material, cotton, and it can be used to make cloth. It can be used to make fiber or thread. Okay, definitely we use the cotton to make saris, t-shirts, jeans, pants, everything else. Okay, then handkerchiefs are made using a cotton. You can make quilts, mattresses, pillows, etc., etc. So all these materials, sorry, all these objects are made by a single material, that is cotton. Okay, so one substance, one material, and different objects are made. Then iron, we can use iron to construct steel bars. Then we can make griddles using that. Okay, we can make tawa. You know what is tawa? Okay, we cook chapatis on it. Then we can definitely use iron to make parts of the automobiles. Okay, so vehicles, four wheelers. So definitely there are lots of parts in a four wheeler where we use iron. Okay, then electric poles are made up of iron. Okay, it was used some years ago. Now we use concrete, cement to make electric poles. But as we all know that previously iron was used to make electric poles also. Then it can be used to make tables and cupboards and etc etc. Okay, then aluminium is also there as an example. So we make kitchen utensils using aluminium. We make electrical cables. Okay, so you can see one material, one substance can be used different objects or many objects. Now by studying the properties of substances, we can select substances suitable for our purposes. The substances in everyday use are of two main kinds, natural and man-made substances. Okay. Now we have categorized the substances as natural substance and man-made substance. Okay, so whatever substance which we get naturally, okay, which is not produced in a factory, which we get from the earth itself, those substances are definitely natural substance. And what is meant by man-made substance? Definitely these are the substances which we produce, which we manufacture or which we modify. Okay, so if we use natural substance to make a new substance, then it can be called as man-made substances. Let me give an example to you. Now, rubber. Okay, rubber. This we get a rubber from a rubber tree. Natural रबर हमें मिलता है और वो रबर को हम लोग ट्रीट करते हैं, उसको वल्कनाइज करते हैं और हमें फिर एक मैनमेड रबर मिलता है जिसका हम लोग इस्तेमाल करते हैं डिफरेंट डिफरेंट प्रोडक्ट्स बनाने के लिए. ओके, रबर बैंड्स हो गया या फिर रबर जो इस्तेमाल होते हैं, बहुत सारा यूज़ है रबर का भी. और अलग 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 ऑब्जेक्ट्स में हम लोग रबर देख सकते हैं. कुकर में होता है रबर. ओके, एक रबर की लाइनिंग होती है. आई थिंक लिड को ठीक से टाइटली बंद करने के लिए एक रबर की लाइनिंग होती है जो हम लोग लगाते हैं कुकर में. सो वो जो रबर है डेफिनेटली वो एक मैनमेड सब्सटेंस है. मैनमेड सब्सटेंस से बना हुआ रबर है और नेचुरल रबर को हम लोग ट्रीट करते हैं, वल्कनाइज करते हैं और फिर मैनमेड सब्सटेंस हम लोग बनाते हैं, उसको मैनमेड रबर बनाते हैं. सो मैनमेड सब्सटेंस क्या है? जब नेचुरल सब्सटेंस को हम लोग मॉडिफाई करेंगे, ट्रीट करेंगे और उससे अगर हम लोग नया सब्सटेंस तैयार करेंगे तो उसे हम लोग क्या बोलेंगे? मैनमेड सब्सटेंस बोलेंगे. ओके, सो now you can make a list of various objects in your house and note down the substances they are made up of. So this is your homework. What you have to do, okay, at least list out 10 objects. Okay, 10 objects. It can be chair, table, cupboard or anything else. Okay, any object. Consider mobile phone or electrical wires, tube light or a mirror, and note down the substances by which they are made up of. Okay, so chair, it is made up of wood, then write down wood. Tables, it is made up of plastic, so write it plastic, or it is made up of wood, then write wood. Okay, if there is a sofa, of what material it is made, note down all those things. Okay, and make a list of 10 objects and their substances. This will be your homework. Okay, now in the next lecture we are going to deal with the natural substances and man-made substances. We will see in brief what is a natural substance and what is a man-made substance. Okay, so we'll meet in the next lecture. Until then, goodbye.